you dan selamat datang di acara Eramet Beyond Scholarship Closing Ceremony from Journey to Impact.
At Eramet, we believe that the education allows you to access opportunities. It has the power to transform lives and create a positive impact beyond individuals. Over the past 2 years, we have seen your progress. You have strengthened important skills from English, financial, and digital literacy to project management and leadership.
Hari ini kita berada di ujung perjalanan mungkin secara resmi di beasiswa scholarship ini. Dan saya Afif selaku CEO Kitong Bisa Foundation mengucapkan terima kasih banyak terutama kepada Eramet Indonesia yang sudah mempercayai KBF sebagai kolaborator, sebagai penyelenggara untuk program beasiswa Eramet Beyond Scholarship selama 2 tahun. Jadi mungkin tidak terasa 2 tahun sudah kita menjalankan program ini. Tadi malam jujur saya agak merinding, agak shock dengan laporan dari Kak Ica ya, manajer program kita, bahwasannya teman-teman ini dari Indonesia Timur luar biasa sekali. Bahkan ada yang pertama kali naik pesawat dan ke Jakarta karena beasiswa Eramet Beyond Scholarship. Coba tepuk tangan dulu. Tugas teman-teman habis ini adalah tidak hanya menjadi penerima beasiswa kemudian selesai begitu saja begitu ya. Sesuai dengan bagaimana visi dan misi Eramet Indonesia dan juga KBF from journey to impact. Jadi saya harap teman-teman habis ini bisa berdampak untuk kembali ke daerah, berdampak kepada diri pribadi teman-teman dan orang lain gitu.
So it's like I was born in Eramet because I've been working for the same company for the last 32 years. So it could look as a very long time, and sometimes people can wonder why you stay so long in this company. So then I was lucky enough after graduation to be part of a government program in France, where instead of going to the army, well, I was not so keen on going to the army at that time, so you had the possibility to work abroad for a French company to help the French company to develop business.
Looking back at your journey, what was the biggest challenge?
I mean, you have obviously many challenges, but I think one of the most difficult I had was just after I moved to China. We were building a joint venture with a Chinese company, and the difficulty was to combine the strengths of the Chinese, which were basically at that time building fast and being more efficient, with the Western way of building things, which is more like, okay, take more time, make sure that what you do will be perfect. And so that was a shock of concept, and actually we never managed to do it. So that's where I think, I mean, that was the biggest challenge, because I thought, wow, what I'm going to do now, because what we did is a failure, and okay, let's try to find someone in this country that basically will have the same perspective and the same objective as we have. And eventually we found a partner. It was in another part of China. It was more in an industrial area that were already used to more Western standard and more ready to combine them. So at the end, it was a success. But it really started like a bad experience in China.
My name is Desire Venerwalden Siumbora, Bachelor in Accounting, graduate from Adventist University of Indonesia in Bandung. Sir, first of all, I want to say that I like your statement. It said that you need to like what you do. There must have been frequent changes in leadership or management. What are your tips for always being able to adapt to different leadership style? Thank you.
Basically, was not an issue for me to adapt to a new style of management or a new style of person, because I was used to, since all the travel I've done and the different job I perform into Eramet was allowing me to change. Some of the other guys that have been same time as me in the company, but staying in the same job for 20 years, doing the same thing, they had a trouble because the new guy was coming, all the process was changing, and they were panicking, and they were saying, "Whoa, I don't like this. I don't like change." But I think change, especially now in this world, I mean, is going to be a key factor, and you need to be able to adapt. So I think what helped me is to be in contact with various culture, so I could basically adjust to the different style of people we had at the top.
Thank you very much for the opportunity given to me. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Stefani Natalia Saubrua from Manokwari, civil engineering student from University of Papua. I would like to ask, do you believe building a professional network plays a significant role in career advancement? Thank you.
Your network will give you a lot of opportunities. I mean, even it starts at the university level. I mean, if you have, like I did in the past, I studied in France, then I studied 1 year in the UK. I met a lot of people, and at the end of the day, you start to build your network from university, and then at work, you build your network within the organization. And if, like you are in like sales business or business development, like I was, you need to develop your network outside with clients, stakeholders, and so on. For me, it's a key element in building your career. It's like you need to build a network. You need to be, create relationship. That's very important.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Adisti Jolinar Silawane from North Maluku, and I am an engineering student at Hairun University Ternate, North Maluku. Okay. Before I start the question, I like to appreciate all of your hard work, Mr. Jerome, and it's truly inspiring to hear how you built your entire career in Eramet over 30 years. Over 30 years of dedication and growth in one company. It's really great. And I have two questions. The first question is, as a woman who genuinely aspires to reach a leadership position like yours one day, I'd like to ask, do women have equal opportunities to rise to a position like yours? And what concrete chances or pathways are available for women to achieve that kind of career growth? The second question is, Mr. Jerome, as you said, working hard, seizing opportunities, and loving what you do really sounds like the core foundation of your journey. Building on that, I'd like to ask, was there ever a moment when those three things weren't enough? And if so, how did you push through it? Thank you.
So I don't remember exactly the figure, but I think we push for women employment at the head office and overall in our operation. So yes, I mean we give the same opportunity to women in Eramet, and it's becoming even more pregnant recently. And we don't see any difference once you have the qualification for a job. To us, I mean, there's no difference. So we should. I think you have your chance as much as everybody. So I think that's and in Eramet, this is the way we see things. We are not looking at gender. We are just looking at ability, qualification, and also it's also a matter of personality as well. If you show that you're willing to get the job, you're willing to progress, you'll stand out. You know, that's also belonging to you. You should not wait for people to give you something. You should go and fetch it. Yeah.
Okay, saya mulai dengan weather by nickel. Saya masih belajar tentang weather by nickel saya sendiri. Karena saya baru di sana. Saya masih belum mengerti semua. Tapi weather by nickel itu perusahaan tambahan nikel yang paling besar di dunia. Yang tahun yang lalu itu produksinya hampir 42 juta ton of ore extracted. Itu ada rencana, the resource, sumber dayanya itu hampir 28 billion ton. So hidupnya kalau weather by nickel itu bisa lebih 30 sampai 50 tahun untuk masa depan. So it starts with the discovery of the ore body. So that comes from geology. They identify a resource, identify the material that we can mine. Then it goes through a process of optimization, which is where geologists do the geology work. They generate lots of data, so there's lots of data and IT processes involved in that. Then it goes through a mine design process where we optimize, so we apply costs, financial models to the material that the geologists have found to determine if it's economic or not, how economical it is to mine that material. That then becomes what's called a reserve. So there are specific terms in the industry. So a resource and a reserve are two different types of terms. A reserve is something that we are very confident is able to be produced. Then baru kalau itu semua lewat, baru mulai operation.
Thank you, sir, for the excellent insights today. My name is Zaldi, Metallurgical and Materials Engineering in University of Indonesia. I have one question. Looking at the next 5 to 10 years on the future, what will the biggest challenge for the company, and how can young talents like us best prepare to help solve it on a problem on your own or anything at the company like that? Thank you.
And be able to make business decisions on those data. So people who can utilize smart systems, whether it be, again, using artificial intelligence, not that I'll say that's everything, but being able to use research tools, look for new ways or better ways of doing our business, and more efficient ways. That's how Weda Bay will achieve our goals over the next little while, is looking at how we apply new technology to our processes to make the processes more efficient, more safe, and more productive. To minimise environmental impact is good business sense, because it means we are maintaining our footprint as small as we can. We're minimising the area that we open, and as we rehabilitate and we can give areas back to the community or back to the government, that means that we are minimising our impacts on the area around the mine. So that's always a focus should be a focus for all mining companies, is to minimise the environmental impact of the business on the areas around them and the immediate area.
Jadi kami mendukung program SMA unggulan dari pemerintah untuk membuat banyak SMA-SMA terbaik untuk siswa-siswi terbaik Indonesia. Harapannya nanti mereka akan bisa masuk ke top university di dunia, di beasiswa juga, dan nantinya di 2045 menjadi leaders lah untuk Indonesia. Dan ini yang sudah dilakukan China dan India 20, 30, 40 tahun lalu gitu. Jadi masuk ke grand plan bisnis ya. Tadi kan saya pengen bisa bisnis sama education. Akhirnya saya coba dulu bisnis, educationnya nanti. Saya belajar banyak di korporat Jepang ya, jatuh bangun, pakai bahasa Jepang, dilesin sampai bahasa Jepangnya bisnis level. Jadi saya bonusnya saya bisa bahasa Jepang lebih fasih dari bahasa Perancis sekarang. Coba-coba iseng, pernah saya daftar kayak cabin crew gitu ya di Qatar. Waktu itu maskapai nomor 1 di dunia. Saya coba-coba akhirnya keterima gitu. Komunikasi itu penting. Nah itu benar ya. Jadi kita nanti teman-teman berkarir itu komunikasi dengan atasan, dengan level setara, dengan bawahan itu harus terbuka dan dibina dengan baik gitu. Jangan jaim-jaim kayak saya dulu ya. Nunggu sampai sempurna, takut ngelaporin prosesnya karena kalau salah nanti ini, tapi nanti ujung-ujungnya itu kayak snowball gitu.
Baik Kak, dari penjelasan Kakak tadi sangat luar biasa, terus banyak sekali masukan yang kami dapatkan. Tapi Kak saya masih bingung di sini. Walaupun saya sekarang sudah menyelesaikan studi, tapi saya masih bingung bagaimana cara menentukan goal saya ke depannya. Sedangkan Kakak sudah bisa menentukan goals Kakak dari awal begitu, dan juga berusaha untuk mencapai goalsnya dari yang direncanakan dari awal. Itu kira-kira bagaimana sih Kak agar kita bisa merencanakan goals kita dan cara mencapainya itu seperti apa? Mungkin dari saya seperti itu Kak, terima kasih.
Kita semua di sini punya pilihan. Jadi kalaupun sekarang kalian nggak tahu tujuannya mau ngapain, ya kalian pilih aja gitu. Tetapkan mau kemana. Kalau misal masih bingung juga, nah nggak apa-apa. Jadi explore terus. Nggak harus punya jawabannya sekarang. Jadi mengeksplor itu nanti di tengah-tengah dapat. Pertama teman-teman harus melokasikan waktu untuk merenung, berpikir juga, mengidentifikasi, berdiskusi dengan orang-orang sekitar karena mereka mungkin menyadari teman-teman bisanya apa, jagonya apa ya. Tapi in the end optionnya adalah di kita, choice-nya ada di kita. Jadi meskipun kita nggak punya bakat, kita merasa nggak punya bakat, tapi kita pengen ke sana, go ahead gitu. Find out gimana sih cara bisa jadi the best di situ. Atau gimana kita bisa jadi ahli di sana. Jadi saya lebih condong ke kita memilih gitu, karena kita punya pilihan. Mungkin itu aja sih.